Hello and welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damon Farry, and it is the new season, Season 8, baby! Where tonight we are going to talk about how there is no upgrades. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, what do you mean no upgrades? Well, normally every season there's one big major upgrade that happens to either the set, the cameras, the mics. There's always one big thing that normally happens, and honestly, I've been kind of busy. I've been working on stand-up specials on the side. I've been working on music. I've been working on all this other stuff, honestly. So, I love doing other stuff, and that's why we cut down to one episode a week. And as much as I want to keep improving, there's some things that I just don't have time. Honestly, I want to get new intros, new intro music, which I'm actually working on. So, hopefully, next season, new intro and new intro music. I'm not going to guarantee that, though. But, we're working on other projects here as well, so certain things have been kind of cut down back here. Honestly, though, we're kind of getting the same quality overall, even though I've got other things going on, as we did when we did one episode. Honestly, everything's kind of better as well, as weird as that sounds. Everything just is better. I mean, the audio quality is considerably better than when we first started. The video quality is obviously better because we're not using a Samsung Galaxy Note 4, which is always a positive. I still have that, but we're not using it anymore. We're not even using this. We use this for one video. I assume we're going to eventually use this here, 4K 120 FPS for this Sony phone. We'll see what happens. But I've been really liking all this. So, nothing new really. I just wanted to make that known. Hey, upgrades normally happen every season, but we've kind of hit a plateau, for lack of a better term. So, it used to be every season we got something upgraded, where we're upgrading, and we've hit that plateau, for lack of a better term. I just wanted to make that known right away. So, there may not be many upgrades, but, editing-wise, it's getting better. Overall, I think this has continually gotten better. Hopefully you feel the same. If there's stuff you think I should upgrade or change, tell me in the comments below. I want to know what things I should work on here, upgrade-wise. I mean, format-wise, there's a lot that can change. We can always change the format, but upgrading-wise, I think cameras and mics, audio quality here, I think we're good. There's a lot of, dust here. What's going on here? So, I've been really enjoying it. We do have some dumb things that happen, there's always some dumb things that we can do. I mean, we do have this. I'm not going to do it because, I broke the mic cable. So I filmed a stand-up special recently. And I filmed it, but I didn't do it well because I have this where... Let's go ahead and do it. Actually, it's dead now, so that's ironic, too. So I have a microphone that comes from the ceiling. That's why if you ever looked, there's always, a shadow here kind of a thing. That's, right there. There's some shadows because you can see the microphone. So that's why that's been there, actually. Is because I'm using that for... I used it for a stand-up special, and then I broke it in the stand-up special. So that was fun. Let's get to what we're actually talking about. Season 8 is a big deal, but... let's talk about it. We're talking about Spiderhead, which is a movie that I didn't know existed. Some basic info on it. It's directed by Joseph Kolansky. Screenplay by Rene Reese and Paul Rinnick, which are people that helped do Deadpool 1 and 2, which is amazing. Based on Escape from Spiderhead by George Sanders. The only reason I saw this is because I wanted to see it a little bit. I saw Chris Hemsworth talking about it, and Miles Teller, when he was doing Top Gun, was talking about this, press tour, and I'm like, what is this? And Joseph Kolansky is a great director. Tron Legacy is one of my favorite movies. I liked Oblivion. Top Gun Maverick was amazing. I would even maybe push to say better than the first one. I didn't see Only the Brave. I think that's the only other movie that he's done with Miles Teller in it as well. But I do plan on seeing that eventually, so I think that's all the movies he's done. So, cast of this is also amazing. You got Chris Hemsworth as Steve Anvizili, I think it's pronounced. and Miles Teller's Jeff. So, let's get some plot out of the way. I don't want to spoil everything, but I think there's some cool things that you need to know and that they kind of reference a lot. So, it's a prison where they test drugs. A prison. I just want to make that clear right away. Prison. So, they say it's a prison, like a really nice prison. I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really into prisons, honestly. So, they get to test these new drugs on these prisoners. And at one point, they give Jeff's backstory about how what happened is he was drinking and driving. He killed his best friend. I assume it was his best friend and his girlfriend. And he got ejected from the car. His buddy died on impact, for lack of a better term. He hit. And then his girlfriend died. Well, she was presumed brain dead or something because there was like no life in the eyes. But he was trying to pull her out and the car exploded. So he went to prison for that. So I thought that was kind of like a, he regrets what he did. You can see that he regretted it. And they're testing these drugs on him. Well, the big thing is they're testing a drug that makes it where he falls in love with somebody. He meets I think it's Heather, is her name? He and Heather have freaky deaky sex, for lack of a better term, and they're having the sex because the drug told them to. So that was kind of cool. They try it on another person, works again, and then they try to get him to administer Dark Void, I think they call it. Dark Void on one of the two people he had sex with, and he's like, I've experienced that. I don't want anybody to experience it. So they're like, okay, we won't do it. And then they do it on Heather, who's the younger of the two women that he had sex with, and she ends up killing herself. And then it kind of spirals into this thing where he knows something's up, but he doesn't know what's up. He figures out that actually Steve is the owner of the company, has been lying to him, type of a thing. So I don't really want to spoil anymore. I think this movie is an FA. I think it's maybe worth a watch, honestly. I don't think it's one of the greatest movies. It's not the worst streaming service movie I've seen this year, but it's not the best at the same time. So that's kind of a weird situation. But I definitely recommend seeing it. Did you see Spiderhead? If not, go see it. It's on Netflix. If you have Netflix, it's, I think, like an hour and 45 minutes, so it's not long. Tell me in the comments below, what did you think of Spiderhead? What improvements do you think I should make? What upgrades? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.